Hi guys, hope you're having a lovely Sunday. Well, that is when I am doing the video. I felt extremely inspired to check in with the Divine Masculine and find out if they could, what would they say to their Divine Feminine? What are they really wanting to express, but they feel that they're blocked from expressing? It's going to be a very juicy reading. I have my tarot deck, and then I also will be pulling from the Dark Mirror. This guy right here. I'll get it for you. And I'm pulling from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. And I will be pulling from the Island Time Wellness Love Oracle cards. This one's always super juicy on getting really clear on what your Divine Masculine wants to tell you. So let's get right into it. Spirit, God, what will the Divine Masculine tell us? Okay. Wow. We've got Nine of Swords in reverse and Page of Swords. What would the Divine Masculine tell his Divine Feminine if he could? What is he really desiring to get off his chest? How is he feeling towards her? How is he feeling? What is he really desiring to get off his chest? Four of Wands in reverse. What is the Divine Masculine really desiring to get off his chest? Oh, wow. There's lots of energy going on here. Five of Cups and Six of Swords in reverse. I'm already really getting a clear picture. The Divine Masculine is definitely very aware of their own personal healing right now and what they need to do. Can I get a clarifier for the Four of Wands? Clarifier for the Four of Wands, please, Spirit. Can I get a clarifier for the Four of Wands, please, Spirit? Oh, the World in reverse. And then, wow. And then, so the back of the deck energy is Two of Cups in reverse and Six of Cups in reverse. Yeah, okay. So this Divine Masculine collective that I'm picking up on really desires their union with their Divine Feminine. They know that they're the one. There is no doubt in their mind. They're definitely working through some fears and some blocks though, on whether they're ready, but we'll go in more into it. Spirit, can I please get an oracle from the Dark Mirror? What would the Divine Masculine say to his Divine Feminine? What does he want to get off his chest? Triumph of Lies. This, I'll show it to you. It's kind of reminding me of Halloween. And by the way, it's October 1st. Oh, I'm wearing pajama pants, but my sister, she got me this. It's a Hocus Pocus sweater, and it says, "I'll put a spell on you." My sister really knows me. I'm pretty witchy, pretty spiritual and witchy. So Triumph of Lies. God's actually asking me to pull 3 of these. So Spirit, what? Yeah, I'm definitely already getting like an idea of the energy. It's coming very strongly. What would the Divine Masculine say to his Divine Feminine? he feeling? What does he want to get off his chest? Alone in the world. That's really beautiful. You actually, if you see, looks like she's contemplating and she's naked. Kind of reminds me of like being naked with your thoughts. Finally naked with your thoughts and your feelings and being truthful with yourself. It's going to be a very powerful reading. You can feel the energy already. It's beautiful. One more card, God. Masquerade. Wow. This one always reminds me of wearing masks and just like being numb to your true self. Okay, so, oh, Spirit wants me to look at the back of the deck, and it is fated to suffer. It reminds me of Snow White, and like there's somebody, it looks like a decrepit old man offering that poison apple to this lady, but it reminds me of like ego, always like tempting and like feeding like false lies into someone's ear. God's telling me to pick up the first one for the Work Your Light. Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Wow, guys, this is a beautiful reading. I'm planning on getting a new like thingamabobber device so that you can see the reading more and less of me. Just because like some people get more of like an intuitive hit when they are looking at their cards themselves, and right now what I have, you can only like kind of see what's going on here. So I'm upgrading and leveling up, and I'm feeling inspiration to do some maintenance with my channel. Okay, ooh, got 3. Okay, engagement ring, ascending. Oh, this is so juicy. And karmic relationship. Don't get triggered by this because it's not what you think. So fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. Okay, so this is actually like so sweet. It makes me really giddy inside. Okay, so we have the 9 of Swords and the Page of Swords. And so the 9 of Swords is in reverse. And when I see the 9 of Swords in reverse, it really reminds me that, it reminds me of someone just being like in a deep surrender and like being really in touch like with like their feelings and like where they're feeling and like what isn't feeling aligned. And like it's what I'm really getting from the 9 of Swords in reverse is that this divine masculine is very aware of their own healing and where they need to heal, and like kind of like where their common blocks are coming up. And what's really positive is the Page of Swords is upright. So, and that's all about learning and being curious about oneself and like expanding, a lot of expansion. And so what I'm getting from those 2 cards is that the divine masculine, very aware of their insecurities and their blocks, and like they're at a point where they're like, yes, I want to heal, I want to become healthier, I want to become a better person. And like, so the 4 of Wands in reverse and the World in reverse, it's not, I'm not taking this negatively. I'm seeing it as that like this divine masculine collective I'm picking up on really wants their union, and they want that happily ever after with their divine feminine, but they are sensing in their heart that there are cycles and healing that they need to do inward. Like I'm feeling like a really big, and like for some, like it doesn't necessarily mean like they're gonna like pull away from their divine feminine, but they're just very aware that like they have to go inward, and like it's time for them to step up with themselves and like really start correcting like those choices and make a new choice there. The world in reverse is all about like feeling blocked to start a new beginning. Well, at least that's what I'm getting intuitively in this reading. And Four of Wands is all about like when it's upright, I see it as the union card and embracing the union, and it's in reverse, and what I'm getting is that like this divine masculine really, really wants the union and like is like committed to it, but they are really seeing where they're not loving themselves, and that like they'll just keep feeling bad in certain areas of like their heart. Like I'm kind of like seeing like a vision of a heart, and like oh, what I'm seeing is like decay or like charred, like someone has been burnt. And what the divine masculine is seeing is that it's like it doesn't matter you know, what I do, who I hang out with, where I go, like those wounds are still going to follow me unless I deal with them. And you know, it doesn't matter how happy I am in my life, or how happy I say I am, or like what the external looks like. It matters like how I feel inside, which is really beautiful, because like that is the journey that the divine feminine goes through, usually a lot earlier than the divine masculine. Not always. I know a lot of divine masculines that are leading in their union spiritually, and maybe those divine masculines that, you know, do read this video or watch this video, they're just going through another healing cycle, and they're realizing that there's still those charred parts of their heart that are stopping them from moving forward in their union and actually like truly claiming it. And then we have Six of Swords in reverse and Five of Cups in reverse. I love seeing the Five of Cups in reverse because that's talking about letting go of the past and allowing yourself to heal, allowing yourself to just be like, you know what, fuck it. Yeah, I did have like a lot of like hurt in my past, and like I wasn't treated right, but I'm so done, like, you know, perseverating over that and like being guarded. And Six of Swords in reverse, well, Six of Swords upright is all about like steering towards calmer waters. But what I'm getting is like these cards are both saying it's like letting go of their past hurts, letting go of their past, not allowing fears to like dictate like how they move in life. Yeah, like I really, from this like tarot spread, it's all about like the divine masculine being very aware of like those spots in their heart and in their consciousness that keep them from like embracing love in the way that they want to. What is the roadblock for them is basically what's going on, and they're realizing that they really just need to love themselves in these areas, and that will look differently for whatever person this is. You know, my divine masculine told me that he really connects with the moon or with like nature when he's doing his own healing and reflecting. And then we have engagement ring and ascending, and like it's just confirming the same message that this divine masculine collective I'm picking up on is very certain that they want this union, but they're very aware that they need to learn how to love themselves, and they need to love themselves in these really hurt areas. And that's really beautiful because that means that they're truly feeling their feelings and they're in touch with their feelings. And like the karmic relationship card, what really gets me is lessons, letting go and loving you. So the Divine Masculine Collective that I'm picking up on, I don't know why I keep saying that. I think it's because like it all really depends on where you are in your journey and where you are in your union. And I just want to remind you that healing isn't like a straight line. It's not linear. It's like a spiral. And there might be certain divine masculines that I'm picking up on that are, it's not necessarily about their union, but like in their life in general, like if they're going to be happy and truly love themselves, they really need to like look into those, I keep hearing, charred spots in their heart, like those burnt areas that they were just like, nope, that's a no-go zone. I am not going to go anywhere near that. Like that, I don't look there. I don't go there. Out of sight, out of mind. And now they're like, no, I have to look there. If I want to truly be happy in my life, whether that be with my divine feminine or just like in my life in general, then I need to look there. And that's what that karmic relationship card is really showing me. They're starting to embrace their triggers. They're starting to embrace like the bad feeling and seeing it as like a path forward. And that's so beautiful. And then, yeah, so like what I'm seeing from these oracle cards are basically just confirmations. I'm going to show you this card. It's actually, it looks like a man to me, and they are meditating. And behind them is, it looks like spirit, or like God, or whoever you connect with. And they're deeply connecting with them and listening to them. So it's like their intuition, if you see right there. And this is just confirmation for me that the divine masculine is really aware of their own need of healing and where. And that's like the important thing, is where that healing is, because they're listening to their feelings and they're embracing their triggers, and they're seeing it as like, okay, I feel bad because, not because this is true, but because this is showing me where I've hurt, where I really need love. And I will say that there is like a message here about some divine masculines feeling like they really need to hermit and be alone to really like go inwards and allow themselves to really release that old baggage and that old ego story. One thing that I'm like getting strongly is that like the divine masculine is really realizing that not everything that they think is true, and like they understand that like fear, like, or like feeling bad is actually just like a message, or like a map of like where they're not aligned within themselves. But yeah, like there is like not a warning, but like it's a block where they feel like they have to like lick their wounds by themselves, and they just like want to pull themselves inward, because like, you know, when you're really looking at yourself and like you're truly looking at yourself and you're not allowing like ego or fear to steer you in another direction or tell you otherwise, it can be quite alarming, like when you see like, oh wow, like I've been thinking this way and that, like it turns out that wasn't true, and like, oh, like I thought that I was not safe here, but it turns out I was. And that's kind of like an identity or an ego death in its own. And that's kind of what I'm getting from this, is that they're having a lot of ego deaths, and they're realizing that like the ego is not true, and that they may have been listening to the wrong voice all along. And yeah, like I also get from this card, it's like the ego is like has been sitting on top of their head in fear, and like just kind of like contemplating and like taking inventory of like, wow, like I could have done this in this situation, but I didn't because of fear, because of my past and like how it made me feel. And, you know, like they deserve a lot of compassion. And like I remember going through this on my own, like, you know, being like, no, that's a no-go zone, or I won't do that. Like, I won't do that because I won't feel like that again. You know, I just like went through like a healing cycle with like rejection, and like it was very hard for me to bring myself to do something because that feeling of rejection in the past, like it had like such a muscle memory moment on my heart, I think. Like I still like could feel it so strongly because it was like a trauma. But then I stopped I just chose, I'm like, I'm not going to tell myself these limiting beliefs. I'm not going to keep telling myself the same story. I'm not on a hamster wheel. And I think that's like what the Divine Masculine is learning, or really starting to understand. And in some cases, they're just breaking through that glass ceiling. Like they're just like having that, oh my gosh, like not everything I think is true. Wow, like what does this mean for me? Like it's just like opening up a whole new world for them. And then, oh, we got another card. I just gently hit my tarot deck, and Spirit showed me this card, Strength, and this is a major arcana. And what I'm getting from that is that the Divine Masculine is really realizing their own strength, and that they don't have to be a victim to the reality. They can create in it. And that's really important because that's like when you really get like the strength to heal. And like not only the strength, but like the motivation, because like you're like, wow, like I actually do have control. Like I actually can, you know, change here, and I can feel happy here, and I don't have to be a slave to like my fearful and limiting thoughts. I feel like I'm getting, okay, so God wants me to pull another card. Yeah, okay, so I'm just going to pull another work your light card. God, Spirit. All right, boundary. Oh, we got two. Boundaries. Where do I need to establish better boundaries with ego and limiting beliefs? And Warrior Woman, have you answered your deepest calling? Yeah, I really feel like love is really calling to the Divine Masculine, and they're really like starting to stir and be like, you know what? I can have this. I can have my happily ever after. Why can't I? I deserve it. And then like you see all these hands like grasping at this this woman, and she's like, no. And I really feel like this is like towards like having deeper boundaries within themselves and being like, no, like I'm not going to listen to that anymore. I'm not going to keep doing that. And like I don't have to listen. And but I also like I do believe that this is also boundaries with people in their lives, especially like people that are constantly taking their energy and like trying to get something from them. Yeah, that feels complete. It's a beautiful reading. Like it's fantastic. Some really great healing going on, and like it's the type of healing that like transforms a person. It's like a huge awakening, like a deep awakening to the truth, to their power, to what they really are capable of. Very, very beautiful. Okay, guys, I will see you next week for another reading. Have a great day. Bye.